Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and I have a story that's coming from our fourth favorite state, crazy ass California. So what's going on now in crazy Cali, you ask? What's going on is that we have a father of a 12-year-old girl. This little girl thought she was being grown, honey. She done met some damn 27-year-old predator online. He lied and said that he was 16 years old, and he basically talked this 12-year-old girl out of sneaking out the house at 2 o'clock in the morning. The father said he felt something in his spirit wasn't right, something woke him up, and basically went to go check on his daughter, and he saw that his daughter was missing. So him and his son jumped in their truck, and they were driving around the neighborhood looking for her, and that's when they spotted her with this 27-year-old pervert. And then when the father went to confront him, he tried to lie and say that he was 16 years old. But you could clearly tell by Sleeping Beauty behind me right there that he was a grown-ass man. The father ended up knocking him smooth the hell out and called the police. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this crazy story, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
At about 2 o'clock this morning, and my daughter was missing.
A hero dad and a close call in the Inland Empire. A 12-year-old girl nearly lured out of her Riverside County home. And now, for the first time, the father tells us what happened and how he saved his daughter. NBC4's Jane Yamamoto has the story for us.
And Chuck, this Nissan Xterra parked here along Palomar Road is a suspect's vehicle, according to the victim's dad, who never imagined his daughter could be enticed by a stranger on social media.
I got up at about 2 o'clock this morning, and my daughter was missing.
Tim LeBlanc says his 12-year-old daughter was nowhere in the house, so he got in his truck and drove down the street.
As soon as my daughter saw my truck, she must have said something, because as soon as I saw them, she came away and started backing away, and he started trying to go the other direction. I came around the corner, got out, apprehended him.
LeBlanc confronted him, snapping this picture of the man he says is a predator who met his daughter on social media.
I think it's called Kik.
Kik, a popular phone app for instant messaging, is where LeBlanc says his daughter met what she believes was a 16-year-old boy engaging in text conversations on her phone using a neighbor's open Wi-Fi to connect her cell phone.
Where he sent naked pictures of himself to her and things like that.
Turns out Riverside County sheriffs say it's a 27-year-old man living in San Diego. His Nissan Xterra parked just down the street, luring the young girl out of the house with gifts, including a jacket, necklace, and hat.
She came out on her own accord, which is
at 2 in the morning?
Terribly wrong.
At 2 in the morning?
At 2 in the morning.
This is a common scenario that's taking place today on the internet.
Opal Singleton, president of Million Kids, an internet site dedicated to educating parents about the dangers of social media predators, says there are basic things parents can do.
Sit with your child, look at each app, Google the app.
LeBlanc still doesn't know what to make of this.
You know, I don't know if it's sex trafficking or if it's just the mind of one really, really sick individual.
And the suspect's vehicle is still parked here on Palomar Road. The suspect, 27-year-old Scott Stillwell, faces 2 felony counts, including meeting a minor for a lewd act. Stillwell is still in custody tonight, bail set at $25,000. And LeBlanc says he is a hyper-protective parent, and he says if it can happen to his daughter, it can happen to anyone's child. Live in Nuevo, Jane Yamamoto, NBC4 News.
You guys just saw that video. I mean, the whole situation is just really, really disturbing. I definitely feel like what woke that father up was just something in his spirit. And thank God he woke up. This pervert ended up driving all the way from San Diego all the way down to where that little girl lives. So really, this could have been another case of, you know, a little girl got missing. She could have ended up dead, raped, everything else. He definitely did not drive all that way where he saw that gas just to say hi to that little girl. He was definitely trying to sleep with her. He would send her all types of naked pictures. And this is why I say as parents that you have to continuously talk to your kids and stop thinking, not my child will never. And I honestly feel like a lot of these kids that do end up missing, a lot of times it does have something to do with the internet, with somebody, you know, talking to them and filling their heads up with certain things and making it feel like their family's so bad and this person really loves and cares about them. I've had subscribers of mine who have been in that same situation when they were 13 and 14. You know, having older guys talking to them online. And I've literally had to tell one of my subscribers, like, that's a grown-ass man. That is not a 16-year-old boy. You need to stop talking to him. You need to let that go. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these guys will run game and will have these girls feeling like they're special, like they're loved. So you have to be aware of this situation. You definitely have to talk to your daughters and to your sons. It wasn't too long ago that I did a story about the young boy who had met a man on Xbox Live who allowed the man to book him a plane ticket from Florida all the way to California so they can meet up and hook up and everything else. And that young boy was 14 years old. And the guy who flew him out there ended up being a grown man over the age of 25. So the whole situation is just really disturbing. I'm glad that this little girl is okay. But she definitely needs to be monitored, and she should not be allowed on social media for a long ass time. You know, I think at 12 years old, she shouldn't be that free to just be able to run amok on social media, to talk to somebody back and forth. Parents have to stay on top of their kids because the internet is no joke. It's really scary that a 12-year-old girl was able to get lured out of her bedroom at 2 o'clock in the morning. So anyways, you guys, go ahead and leave a comment. Let's get the discussion popping. How do you feel about this crazy story that's once again coming from our fourth favorite state, crazy-ass California? Do you agree with the father's actions when he knocked out that pervert? Or do you feel like the father shouldn't have put his hands on him? And then how do you feel about the daughter? A lot of folks are saying that the daughter was acting too grown. She's being too fast. Do you feel like the daughter bears some responsibility? Or do you feel like this is simply on that grown-ass man who chose to drive his ass all the way from San Diego to hook up with a 12-year-old? So go ahead and leave a comment. Let's get the discussion popping. All right. Deuces. Hey YouTube, it's your girl Lovely T, and you can show me some love by hitting that subscribe button, watching my previous videos, and following me on social media.